Start recording. Stop recording. Button.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday evening. So, sorry, I was stretching. But anyway, alright guys, so in this video, we are going to talk about relationships. So, let's just say that you got into a relationship
Camera chooser. Stop recording.
and the relationship's
Button.
been good for a while, but now, at this point in your relationship, it just seems so hopeless. You might ask yourself, what do I do? Well, that's up to you. But it's hard to know what to do when things don't seem to be working out in your relationship. And it's hard because you love the person so much, but you know that you might just have to let them go due to either things that they're doing or things that they're not doing. What I would say is this. If your relationship seems hopeless at the moment, try to talk to your significant other. Try to work things out. But if he or she is not listening to you, or if you feel like you're not being heard, then you might want to just end things. Because honestly, if your significant other is not working with you, then and if you feel like, you know, if you feel like, you know, like, I'll use my friend for example, the one who broke up with her boyfriend. She, last Saturday afternoon when we were talking on the phone, she told me, I don't even feel like I'm in a relationship, she said. And the next day she broke up with him. But anyway, she said, I don't feel like I'm in a relationship. So let me put it to y'all this way. If y'all don't feel like you're in a relationship, and if y'all feel like you're single because you're not being paid attention to, or, you know, if you feel like you're being ignored, then you might want to do something, and fast. Because everybody deserves somebody who truly wants to be with the other person. Nobody wants to be with somebody who is not putting any work into the relationship. Nobody wants that. You know, when you're in a relationship, you can't be in it half-assed. You're either not in it or you got to be in it 150%. And that's the way it goes. Guys, when you're in a relationship, you have to invest in it yes, it's important to take care of yourself, but when you're in a relationship, you gotta be in it all the way. You know, as I've said in other videos, relationships take work, but if you really love the person, it's worth the work. But if the other person is not putting any effort into the relationship, and if you're someone who's watching this video, and if you feel like you're being ignored or not heard, like, I don't know, let's just say if you've told your significant other the way you feel and he or she is not listening to you, then if they're not listening to you and if they're not talking to you or whatever the situation may be, you might want to just think about ending things. And if you are going to end things, try to stay friends with them, There are so many relationships that don't work out, meaning, the two people break up and then they don't stay friends. That's not, that's not the way I would go personally. I would rather stay friends. Like, for example, I have ex-girlfriends some of my ex-girlfriends I'm friends with. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Two of my ex-girlfriends I'm friends with. Wait. I'm friends with my ex-girlfriend Lori. I'm friends with my ex-girlfriend Ashley. And I'm friends with my ex-girlfriend Ruby. So that's 3 right there. And that's good. If you can stay friends with your ex, that's good. But that's not the point of this. That's not what this video is about, staying friends with your exes. But the point is, folks, if you're not happy in your relationship, and if you truly have tried
Bottom of screen.
your hardest in the relationship, and if you feel that things are just not going anywhere, then and if you feel ignored, or if you feel like your significant other is not hearing you or paying attention to you or listening to you or meeting your needs, then I would say it's time to maybe end things. Ending things is not always the answer, folks. It's not. It personally would be my last resort. It's not a fun thing to do, but at the same time, if you're not happy in your relationship, and if you're not being treated well, then I would say you deserve someone better. You deserve someone who is actually going to pay attention to you, someone who's going to meet your needs, whatever your needs are, someone who's going to put the work into the relationship, So that's what I would say. If your relationship is not going well, I wouldn't say, okay, well then end things. No, try to work it out. Try to work things out, with your significant other. Of course, if you want to work things out, try to work things out first. Then if you really feel that you've tried your hardest and you're just not being heard, or if your significant other is ignoring you, or whatever the case may be, then maybe you might just want to think about, talking to your significant other and say, hey, listen, I feel like you know, blah, 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 whatever you're feeling, however you're feeling, I don't think this is going to work. And then, that's that. But, if just remember, if your relationship is not working out, don't immediately, end things. Try to work, like I said, try to work things out first. And then, like I said, if you feel that you've tried your hardest, and if you're not happy, then hey, break up with them. But anyway, that's that. So that's what I would say, folks. Always try to work things out first before you call it quits. Because like I said, calling it quits is not always the answer. What if you break up with the person and you're like, oh man, I wish I hadn't done that. I miss them. And then what if you want to get back into the relationship with them and they're like, no, so be careful with that. Be very careful with what you decide. Really, seriously, be careful with what you decide. Don't make a decision that you might regret. Nobody wants that. But like I said, if you honestly just feel like things are not working, then I guess end things. But just be careful. You wouldn't want to make the wrong decision. So with that being said, you all take care. I hope this video helps somebody or a lot of people. This is definitely an important topic, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. So I'm going to go eat dinner now. So you all take care.